Well, hey everyone, and welcome to another Wednesday live stream here on Tactical Review. Really glad that you could join me. And so I saw Mateo is in the chat. I see that we have somebody else here in the chat, but I'm not sure who it is. Well, and it just says that I'm in the chat, so that's good. That's good. Mateo's here. Steven's here. How you doing, Steven? Not a whole lot up here. How about your neck of the woods? Give it some time for a delay. So, well, I want to give everybody a few minutes to get gathered in because I'm looking for some crowd participation tonight, and we just don't have a lot of a crowd right now. But definitely want to kind of bounce some ideas around about how we feel that things went on Monday in Richmond, and talk a little bit more about a few other things. Hey, Mark 18, why'd you have to come in here with bad news? Now, is that magazine restriction in committee? Has it just been introduced, or what's our status there? And Mark 18, I've got a question for you. Excuse me, guys. I had asked you last night in my premiere, so I want you to follow this link, and hopefully we don't get taken down from this. And let me know if that's an optic like you were asking me about last Wednesday. I want to make sure that I'm actually grabbing what you were asking me to grab before I do. So, anyway, excuse me. Okay, Oklahoma. Well, obviously be hammering your elected officials there and let them know that you want them to vote no on that magazine capacity limit. And hey, 2A. Hi, Beretta Man. Wow, you got a notification? I'm going out of my way to make my own notifications. I'm sure you guys have seen that. I try to post it morning of on Instagram and Facebook. And then once I got the live stream set up, I posted it on Facebook. So if you guys aren't getting notifications and you're not following on social media, which I think a lot of you guys are, but yeah, go ahead and follow over there on social media, and definitely I try to make sure that I'm notifying. And Mark 18, all right. I'll probably go ahead and get that. Excuse me. Hey, Brownies, what's up? Mark 18, I'll get that optic ordered maybe as soon as we get done with this. It does not have Prime shipping, so but I'll get that on order and see about starting to review that for you. I'll probably put that on my PSA Freedom build that you can see right behind my finger there. I wasn't going to put an optic on it, but it seems like a good test, especially, you know, if I'm going to be doing 1,000 rounds at a time through the PSA. Good test. So, all right. Mateo, yeah, but Mateo, you've been in here since before me, so, you know. Alrighty. Well, we have a few. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm still dealing with this this winter cold, so I may blow out your speakers a few times. Actually, you know what? Before I get into the more serious stuff, what I want to do is, you guys have heard me talk about them before. If you guys have any kind of Kydex needs, and 2A, I know that you're supporting Forge Tech, and he seems to be a great guy. If you're in Indiana, though, I would recommend you guys check out Four Brothers. And I checked his website. He is doing shipping now, because he's a very local company. He's still doing this as side work. The reason that I am plugging him is because you guys remember last week I told you that for all of his Boogaloo EDC trays that he sold before this past Monday. He was donating $10 to the Virginia Civil Defense League. Well, last Thursday, Friday, I don't remember, I think it was last Thursday, I went down to his shop, and we were working together on my range holster that I'm commissioning from him. And I took him down some Safariland components because I'm doing a QLS type system so that I can have one range holster and, you know, swap it around. So anyway, we got talking about the channel. He's been a huge supporter of the channel since, I don't know, maybe I was a month into it, and that's when he ended up. I got this holster, which is my daily carry holster, and he's been a big supporter of the channel ever since then. And excuse me. Here, let me get this off the screen. Anyway, so I was talking to him about my range holster, and got talking about. Well, he asked how the channel was doing, and I said, well, you know, we're getting really close to 200, so I'm ramping up, preparing for my 250 subscriber giveaway. So he asked what I was doing for a giveaway, and we talked a little bit, and he said, well, I'll tell you what, I'd like to sponsor your giveaway. I will do a dump tray at cost for your giveaway. So that's huge, guys. Absolutely. If you need Kydex stuff, I mean, I definitely can't say enough good about Four Brothers. Anyway, so what I did was I ordered a Boogaloo dump tray, and I said, well, let's go ahead and do cost plus $10 so that I can get that donation into the VCDL. So I put some money where my mouth is, not a lot, but some, excuse me, and we're going to have an EDC dump tray from Four Brothers for the 250 sub giveaway. So guys, make sure that you are sharing the channel. I know a lot of you guys do. You guys talk up the channel all the time in your own streams. I've been there, I've seen it, and I really appreciate that. And the sooner that we get to 250 subs, the sooner you guys have a shot at a Boogaloo dump tray. And I wish I could show it to you. Excuse me. But he texted me on Saturday and said that he had to wait to get more Kydex in because he sold out of those within like a few days of making the announcement that he was making donations to the VCDL. So that's awesome stuff. The community really supporting each other really well. Yeah, that's really awesome. Let's see. Going through. Had the 4-power. It was blurry when you had your glasses on. Only could see it clearly nearsighted, and it wouldn't work for me. Oh, guys. 0. See you, Steven. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I hope to see you next time. Thanks for stopping in. Mark 18, that's a little strange, but I will say that those cheap, and I've not looked into, one of my buddies does have an actual TA31, and I didn't look at it a lot, but the cheap knockoff ACOGs don't have any kind of, that's the word I'm looking for, like focus, but that's not the word I'm looking for. You guys know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, 2A, I know that you work with Forge Tech a lot, and I don't want to take away business from other local companies who are local to you guys. But for anybody who runs across this stream after the fact, or if you don't have like a regular holster guy, I have no qualms about recommending Four Brothers. And who knows, we were working on kind of a custom design for this OWB holster that we're putting together. So he might end up with a new product line out of it, which would be kind of cool to have a hand in designing. Anyway, so talking about the talking about the dump tray and VCDL donations, let's talk lobby day in Richmond. Excuse me. This cough. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. So what are you guys' opinions? Oh, stigmatism. Yeah, and it's one of those things, like an etched reticle helps with astigmatism, but the flip side is yeah, I can see that with the, that makes sense. Well, I'll get that no magnification fiber optic red dot in, and start letting you know. Crap. Start letting you know what I'm seeing with it. Because the reviews are a little mixed. Some of them are saying it's like airsoft quality, and some of them saying it's holding up really well on their 5.56. I even saw one person saying that they were using it on their 22 long rifle. And I know that rimfire sets up kind of a weird recoil impulse that can really eat optics. So yeah, I will. I'll keep you posted on that, and definitely, if it comes down to it, you might need to step up to something like the the Vortex. I wanted to say Strike Fire. Strike Fire, is that right? I think that's right. That's their Prism one. It runs for just sub 200. I know it's a big jump from 45 bucks to 200, but part of it depends on what you're doing with it too. If it's a plinker, you know, but if it's a gun that you're planning on being a life and liberty gun, I would recommend spending more than, you know, $45 on an optic anyway. Yeah, air rifles too. It's the fore and aft recoil that does it. Yeah, 2A, if you want, I will email you and give you my FFL, and if you want to send me a SCAR 17 Heavy, I will absolutely test any optic you want me to on that, buddy. So, anyway, yeah, you know what, guys? We're going to talk products towards the end. I have that planned because I've been drooling over SHOT Show footage. So, yeah, and I like the look of the ACOG too. And with it being unmagnified, it should give you the unlimited eye relief. Versus one thing I don't like about the ACOG is the fact that with that 1.5 inch, with the 4-power ACOG, so that 1.5 inch eye relief, you've got to be riding that like nose to charging handle. And you know, the recoil, it doesn't matter so much. I just like to be able to, number one, I wanted to be able to put the optic a little further forward on the rail so I could have some backup irons. So there you go, too. Yeah, get you one of those airsoft optics and yeah, see if close enough is good enough. No, I've heard SCARs, like, they'll eat $1,000 optics like it's an entree. So anyway, what's you guys' opinion? Well, was the Virginia rally on Monday successful? I'm of two minds on that, okay? And I'll keep an eye over here on the chat box and while I'm trying to talk, but I think it was very successful in the fact that we had 20,000 plus patriots, most of which armed, and 0 incidences of violence, and especially in a very volatile situation. I think it was a success in showing that we could get that number of people together. I think it was successful in showing the respectfulness of the armed citizen and the fact that everybody cleaned up after themselves. I can't even get my cross-country runners to do that with our camp without fighting tooth and nail. So, and that's what I was getting to, the yes and no. The Democrats already said, excuse me, the Democrats already said Monday that they didn't care. They weren't going to listen. So, And so that's where I too kind of agree that it's a no. Now, I read somewhere that some of the senators in the Virginia Senate, obviously, as well as the VCDL, are working on the legal proceedings for a recall vote. So I don't know. I'm of two minds on it. It's kind of like did you guys see the picture of the guillotine? I mean, sound off. If you didn't see the picture of the guillotine, tell me and I'll go find it really quickly. Anybody? Somebody? A stupid delay on YouTube. I sent a picture of the guillotine to Elias. Yeah, Mateo did. Like I said, like, at Tactical Review me and tell me no, I didn't see the guillotine, and I'll go get a picture of it. But I think that was a pretty big deal. And Brownies didn't see it. Guys, let me. That is. Hang on. Check this out. 2A, you already agreed to that. 2A, you're now a moderator. Could you go grab at least a link to that picture? Please and thank you. You're awesome, dude. So hopefully you're still willing to be a moderator. You said you would the other day. But, so Brownies, we'll get you a copy of that picture you can click on. So I sent that picture to Elias, Liberty Review. And it was another thing. It's like good and bad. Inscribed on the top of it said, "Remember, the penalty for treason is death," I think is what it said. And it's a good point. I think that a lot of the legislators have forgotten that breaking their oath is treason. Thank you, 2A. And as such, by the Constitution, is punishable by death. The fact of the matter is that definitely 200 years ago, probably 150 years ago, there would have already been a rope solve the issue. And that's not me, if YouTube moderator who's watching this, that's not me threatening violence. That's not me saying that's what we should do. That's me just pointing out that not that long ago, that would have been what the solution was. And anyhow, but Elias pointed out that also, you know, it's antagonistic. And my question is, how close are we? How close are we? I don't know. Like most reasonably sane individuals, I don't wake up and say, I hope today's the day I get to be violent. I don't excuse me. I don't wake up and say, man, I hope it's time to build the big igloo. So I don't know. I'm really, maybe it's a streak of yellow in me. I'd like to hope not. I'm hoping that there's still a legal recourse, and something sooner than November. Somewhere along the way, the brakes have to be put on. So, yeah, Mark 18. I definitely sympathize with that position. It's super frustrating. You know, I don't understand how Governor Northam was so frightened of the situation he'd created that he declared a state of emergency, illegally I might add, and absolutely freaked out. And then some 15,000+ armed individuals. I know there was over 20,000, and I think I read it was like 75% of them were armed. So quick math says 15,000 plus were armed. Showed up en masse, and yet none of the Democrats. So it was a catch-22. I stand by that. There was catch-22 all the way around. And you know what? That's a good point, Mark 18. Bloomberg has to be stopped. How is that not electoral tampering? I mean, I get that you can support whatever candidates you want, but how, when you're funneling millions of dollars into a campaign, I mean, when you're basically buying an elected position for somebody, more or less, how is that not election tampering? I don't understand that. And did you guys see there was a GOP senator, I think it was, in Florida, received a huge amount of funding from Michael Bloomberg. GOP voters in Florida, if you're in that district, you might want to be making some phone calls. So Mateo, that could be read as a threat, brother. I don't disagree with the sentiment, though. So, oh, good. Okay, looks like stream's back. I'm seeing some dropouts on my end. Are we back? No, we're not. Okay. Sorry, guys. It looks like I might be having some internet issues here. All right. That's funny. My encoder says that things are going good, and YouTube says that it isn't. So, good times. Okay, well, we're going to just keep talking. Sorry. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm just double checking that I don't have anything using internet that shouldn't be using internet. YouTube. Good times. Alright, maybe we'll stabilize? Probably not. Alright, well, we're going to keep trying, guys. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of old blood Democrats that they look like the Grim Reaper's scratching their back for them. But anyway, you know what's funny, guys, is that I'm looking at my encoder rate here, and it's like ridiculously high, and yet, yeah, that. Did we stabilize? maybe. Seems like we've stabilized. I'm showing green here. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to say definitely maybe be working with your local representatives. Definitely stay on your local bills and stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not frightened, Mark 18. You know, here's the other thing is excuse me. I joined a Facebook group that's working on setting up Second Amendment sanctuary in my county here in Indiana. And actually, that's a good point for anybody who is in Indiana. Here is a list of... It has Facebook groups for all of the different Indiana counties that are working on setting up a Second Amendment sanctuary. So, yeah, you might go in there and join that. And somebody asked me, they said, well, you know, the judge is probably going to ask us, sanctuary from what? Why do we need this? Because Indiana has really pretty good... just ended. Wait, what? Nope, lost. Gonna bump down. Just ended it. Okay, guys, I'm still showing that I'm live. Am I not? Okay, okay. Whew, scared me. I saw 2A said they just ended it, and, you know, I haven't had a channel strike yet. Okay. Anyway, you know, somebody said, well, won't a local judge say sanctuary from what? Really, the only bad thing that Indiana has, the only thing bad that Indiana has is the red flag law. And it's actually a really terribly written red flag law. Fortunately, I don't know anybody yet who's been hit by it. So, that's weird. Alright, everybody's saying that it has ended, but I'm still showing up, and I still have an in-stream button. So, yeah, that's nifty. YouTube mods, I am exercising my First Amendment right. Yeah, Beretta Man says that we're running. Yeah, refresh the page. So, here, we'll give everybody a couple minutes to say that they're back going. Everybody back? Get some water so I don't choke to death. Okay, 2A's back, Mark 18's back, Beretta Man's here, Mateo? Refreshed and it's over. That's weird. YouTube still shows me live. Readjust res. This is crazy. I must have peed in somebody's Cheerios, huh? Anyway, okay. What I was trying to say before all of that craziness is that it's easier to build levees than it is to try to pile sandbags on the banks while it's raining. So, if you guys scroll back up before all that mess, if you're in Indiana, there's Facebook groups listed for the various counties. My county, they've started a change.org petition, and I'm going to mention to them that we're probably going to want to make sure to pound pavement and actually do paper petitions because Elias made a good point that change.org doesn't carry a lot of weight because it's too easy to abuse. Use VPNs and people from out of area sign it and whatnot. I still put my name on the change.org, but yeah, so start working on the legal bulwarks. You know, keep your powder dry and be ready. Obviously, I mean, I feel like that's the point of the Second Amendment. Okay, no, I know that's the point of the Second Amendment. And so I feel like we should all be in a position that we feel a readiness to defend what's ours. But I also feel like as long as peaceful means persist, does that make sense? Like, until they're kicking down doors and taking guns, we need to fight. You guys see what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know. Let me read through. Everybody's good on the stream. Okay, and yeah, Mark 18. I do agree. We need to be ready to resist, but and it's that's what I was trying to say. I've lost my train of thought with all of the wonkiness with YouTube. Richmond was a little bit of a catch-22. Okay, I said that on Sunday night, that it was a catch-22 if people weren't willing to go into the free speech zone, then on principle, because they weren't going to disarm, and there it goes again, then we didn't care enough to speak up. But if they did, then they had to disarm. So excuse me, as far as being belligerent, as far as, you know, those who would say, well, they should have marched on the actual Capitol and just been done with it. That's exactly what the press was telling everybody was intended. So I don't know. Do you guys understand why I'm conflicted? Do you think I'm wrong in being conflicted? Let's see. Did that TAC pack review and somehow everything passed. Rumor and failed to get. It's our duty to resist. Had a whole room full of patriots who met up with me last night. Solid, good people too. Okay, I mean, yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm conflicted. And then I also think it's a bunch of garbage too that and this could just be scuttlebutt, but allegedly they're running all of the footage from Monday, all of the pictures online from Monday through facial recognition software, and yeah, everybody extra watch lists, as if I'm not. Every video I put up, every stream I do, I'm sure that just my FBI agent sitting there going, okay, there's another one, there's another one. So yeah. Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry for your speakers or your headphones, you know, eardrums, all that. One day I'll get rid of this cough. Found that one rebel flag and keep showing over. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's, you know, they're still insisting that it was a white supremacist rally. Never mind the Hispanic people that were there and the Asian descended people that were there and the black people that were there, and you know, anybody who only gets their news from the mainstream media is honestly foolish, and that's whichever side of the aisle you're on. And Beretta Man, you're absolutely right. And once again, my mind boggles at the mental gymnastics that they go through when they can look in the streets and see 20,000 people who are well armed and who are responsible and respectful enough to clean up after themselves, to not start anything, and not realize if they can be this regulated on this side, how regulated might they be on this side? I don't know. Right? Yeah, Mateo. Yes, there were black, Asian, and Latino white supremacists. No, actually, it's funny. I don't remember her name. Somebody help me out. The new spokeswoman for Gun Owners of America. This black lady. I don't remember her name, but her posts on Instagram were funny. She's like, "This was the worst white supremacist rally ever." It's good times. Anyway, okay. We've been on this for the better part of half an hour, and we're talking in circles, and it's frustrating. And yeah, same thing that I've been saying. Take every legal recourse that you can, and make sure that you are doing what you need to do to be well regulated within yourself. And you know, whether you're needing to pick up plates, whether you're needing to order more ammunition, wherever you're at, do what you need to do, and just be prepared. Right? Am I doing that right? I wasn't in the Boy Scouts. Brutality is called upon. It must be swift and overwhelming. We must. All right. Okay. Excuse me. Let's get back to gear. Mark 18 has pointed me to my next purchase, and I'm in a position to make that purchase, I think. So I'll be getting that fiber optic red dot ordered, and we'll get that in and we'll start taking a look at it. So yeah, but I want to talk SHOT Show. I wish I could have gone to SHOT Show. I don't think that was something that would have been in the cards regardless, but so I don't know if you guys have been watching any SHOT Show coverage, but I have. I follow between, well, no. Okay, I'm first thing, I saw this, I think it was last Friday on Palmetto State's official Instagram. Yeah, so many once. Well, last Friday, Palmetto State shared this on their Instagram page, saying, "Just getting ready with my EDC for SHOT Show." And it was just that, just a teaser there. And if you look, you'll just think, yeah, PSA getting paychecks from direct deposit. Yes, it's getting close to that. Anyway, so what this looks like at first glance is maybe a Polymer 80. Oh, it's just a Glock 19 with a cut slide. But it, yeah, that's the PA9, PS9 Dagger, DAGR. And that's in the like fully done up configuration with the suppressor height sights, with the RMR on it, with the threaded barrel. The thing is that you can option all of that. I've watched some actual further SHOT Show footage, and they offer it in a base model with a plain Jane slide. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You guys have seen a Glock with a plain slide, like a factory Glock. Price point on the base model, they said, is $299, and it's basically it's Gen 3 Glock internals. So yeah, and then I haven't seen pricing all the way up to the one with the optics cut slide and all of that, but the grip texture on that looks like it looks like it's going to be very similar to the like the Smith & Wesson Shield. Yeah, I think that's right. Ninja Scout. Virginia was a nice, peaceful meet and greet, but those Patriots need to rape him. Well said, Ninja. Yeah. I don't necessarily disagree in the least. Oh man, if $4.99 is the upper end for an optics cut slide, game over. Because all right, let's roll through it. A stripped Glock 19 lower, which you can order a serialized Glock 19 lower from Glock, or you can get a polymer 80 if you want. Either way, you're going to be paying $130 to $150. Obviously, if you get a serialized lower, you've also got an FFL fee in there. My Brownell slide build was, I think it was right at $200 for just the slide and the internal components. I feel like that's not right at all, because the slide itself, depending on the price you get from Brownells, will run you around $160. The barrel, yeah, I don't remember, but so okay, P80 serialized is $135, and then you've got an FFL fee. Either way, so you're looking at excuse me, but then that's a stripped P80 though, isn't it, Mateo? So then you've got the lower parts kit, call it $90, so you're at like $225 there. 325, call it $450 by the time you get the slide. Yeah. Oh yeah, and 2A, there's a lot of good that goes into doing that yourself. I don't disagree. But basically I'm saying though, if you want to get to a basic optics cut Glock, you're going to be at $500 anyway, and that's with no mags. That's, you know, so if they're going to top out at $500 for an optics cut, that's a gimme. I mean, yeah, because that's just factory Glock territory there. So anyhow, so I'm super excited for the dagger. The next one that I'm really stoked about is the PSA Jackal. Kind of their answer to the Brownell BRN 180. If you guys have been following along with that, that's a monolithic upper, and I believe that fits on a standard AR-15 lower. I watched one video, and there's been a lot of footage coming out of SHOT Show. So, yeah, that's definitely on my short list as well. So, and obviously the PSA 5 is, I think everybody's been drooling about it. There's so many new AKs. They've got the GF4 AK now, which with the GF4, it is a Palmetto State barrel with a chrome lining, and other than that, it's basically the GF3. And they said for any model of AK, you're just looking at $100 more to go with the GF4. Palmetto State AK 5.56 is good looking. They have the what do they call it? The PSA 103 clone. And then the PS AKE is still coming out, and that is instead of having an in-house made chrome line barrel, it's actually an FN Herstal barrel. So, but one that I have been hearing about forever, and it was kind of like a rumor on the Palmetto State user group. Maybe it's happening, maybe it's not happening. And it's happening, and they're calling this the AR9V. So, hey, Wyatt's here. Wyatt, thanks for joining. This young man is, he's just a few months away from graduating, and he is currently planning on going into either the Marine Corps or the Army. So Wyatt, Mateo is going to tell you to go Marine Corps. I'm just going to tell you that. Anyway, the Palmetto State AR-9V, if you're not able to tell from what you're seeing there on screen, that is an AR-9. It's a custom billet AR-9 lower that takes the AKV mags. And now, unfortunately, or fortunately, as with a lot of AR-9 products, it does require you to go with the Palmetto State AR-9 upper. I was really hoping, I knew it wasn't going to be true because you can't always have your cake and eat it too. I was hoping that I could go with the AR-9V lower with the CMMG Resolute radio delayed blowback upper, because that would have been nice. Yeah, you know. Gosh, I just see that on screen and I want it so bad. And so, you know, to go along with that, then I'm also going to have to get an AKV, and then I'll have two platforms that use the same AKV mags, right? Yeah. So I've seen Palmetto State AK556. What else have you guys seen from SHOT Show that you're excited about? 2 SIG P320s, 1 full, 1 compact, on a Black Friday sale for $400 each. New. Wow. Nice. Wyatt, you're very welcome, man. Thanks for joining. Guys, Wyatt's just been an awesome supporter of the channel, like in person, and yeah, Wyatt it's young folks like you who make me think that this country has a future. Of course, you know, kind of where we are, everybody's still, you know, grain fed and still believes in the old values, but you know, there again, not everybody does. Oh yeah, Beretta Man, I forgot about the AK-20. That's a good looking piece of hardware too. I think it's pretty innovative how they took the underfolder hole on the receiver and actually fit in a steel boss and made it an ambidextrous QD slot. You know, that's a cool idea, and it's a good way to use that without, you know. And I've seen some crap talk about that rail system, but let's be honest. Okay, I like wooden furniture AKs, but you know, I just like the utility of the modern attachment points. Excuse me, and that AK-20, with the way that rail is, you don't have to do like a side mount rail or anything like that. Just like, I don't know if you guys have seen the most recent pictures of the PSAK-5, or no, excuse me, the PSA-5, Palmetto State's MP5 clone. They've actually, it has pick rail solidly affixed to it. They decided to not mess around with the clamp, and because they know people are going to want optics. So, yes, 2A EDU. Chicks dig 2A EDU. So, man, I know that there was something else I've seen from SHOT Show. I did see, did you guys see that they now have a soft rifle rated armor? That blew my mind, because those things don't go together. Now that said, just thinking about how much backface deformation there'd be from that kind of energy, I don't know that I would, you know, that's why part of the reason you use hard armor for rifle threats, is because it's going to absorb that energy. So 10 millimeter PSA 5. That'd be interesting to see. What I'm hoping, Mateo, is because they did confirm, I don't know if you guys saw this, there's been some scuttlebutt that because Palmetto State is for the poors and they're cheap and whatever, that they were going to be using a straight blowback system in their MP5 clone. And they did confirm, no, it is true roller delayed, which it needs to be. Otherwise, it's not an MP5 in any form or fashion. I think it would be awesome, because I was just talking about that AR9V. If they built, since it's all AR9 stuff is proprietary anyway, they need to build a roller delayed AR upper. That would be incredible. Flexible rifle, it looks like a redo of the dragon skin. It kind of. But the dragon skin was, it was kind of designed a little bit like the, like a man-portable version of the Abrams armor, where it was like overlapping. And this looked like it was more of a true soft armor. I don't know. I just saw, Iraq veteran 8888 did a little bit of a blurb on it. What else did I see? I did see that there is a second company doing an AR9 that takes Scorpion mags. I don't remember it though. Yeah. Yay, we're buffering again. Make sure it's not something on my computer messing up. Nope, OBS is the only thing that's using network to speak of. So, yay for that. All right. Stack discs. Yeah, stack discs. That's what I was trying to say. What was that? Oh, something I've been meaning to mention for weeks now. If you guys have seen me share Amazon links, like the one I shared a little bit ago to Mark 18, you'll notice that I've been sharing Amazon Smile links. So let me kind of go back through that. Early on the channel, I had that list of Amazon affiliate links, and those will still work to take you to the products that I was talking about. However, because my channel is still under 1,000 subs, Amazon decided they shut down my affiliate account. I'm not big enough. I'm not enough of an influencer. So anyway, what I did find though was with Amazon Smile, which you can get there, smile.amazon.com, and it will ask you what charitable group that you want to support. And if you look for Gun Owners Foundation, that is it's Gun Owners of America. You'll recognize the logo and everything. So anyway, I would highly recommend, if you're like me and you do a lot of Amazon shopping, to go through Amazon Smile, so that a portion of your purchases will go and help Gun Owners of America, or whatever organization you choose. You might find that one of your local state 2A organizations is listed in there. So anyway, oh wow, Mateo, I hadn't seen that second soft body armor. Did I get my point across about Amazon Smile? Guys, I'm scatterbrained. Anyway, You can use Amazon Smile. It just like all of the affiliate link stuff, it doesn't cost you any extra. Amazon just comes up off a little bit of Jeff Bezos' billions. No, let's be honest, they don't. They take it away from the poor workers, but it is what it is. Yeah. Alright, YouTube says that we've stabilized. I don't know if I believe that, but... And I really don't know, guys. I think that that's at their end, but... Safe flight defense with that flexible armor. Cool. Support the Arm Llama, hired personal security. You know, 2A EDU, I actually looked into what it would take to form a private security company. And in the state of Indiana, you actually have to have a criminal justice degree, and yeah, there's a long list. You can't just like form an LLC and say we're private security and, you know, whatever. So, yeah. Anyhow, all right, guys, is there something, you know, maybe I missed something? I've actually been really busy at work. We have been replacing iPad batteries, and that's an exercise in frustration. And we have quite a few that need a new battery, so yeah. I just haven't been able to keep up with the news the way I would want to. It's kind of what I guess I'm trying to say. So, oh look, my stream is choking again. Okay, sorry, I'm just rolling through the Instagram real quick and seeing if there's anything that I needed to cover, and kind of double checking on you. Everything after halfway through the day yesterday, almost everything in my social media and on YouTube has transitioned from being about Virginia to being about SHOT Show. So, which probably reflects poorly on us as a Second Amendment community. Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna lie there. So, rolling through. SHOT Show. SHOT Show. SHOT Show. Oh my gosh. If you guys are on Instagram and you want some spicy memes that probably will have you added to extra watch list, you might check out Arsenal616. That's spicy. Spicy meme balls. Anyway, SHOT Show. SHOT Show. I'm not seeing any kind of news. Anyway. Yeah, okay. Guys, my streams are glitching out. I think it might be my internet legitimately, because even my phone was complaining about my internet access here. So, we'll give this just a couple of minutes. We're gonna see if, yeah, I see that I'm down to 2 viewers on the stream, so obviously stuff's gotten glitchy and choppy. But with the viewers dropping off, that almost makes it seem like that's at YouTube's end. Okay, we're back. All right. Wait, what? What just happened here? Alright, guys, am I live or am I not live? That's fun. Let me refresh my page. Because it acts like... Okay, I am still live. That's funny because it just dropped... It just dropped in my control center. Good times. Good times. Alright, I've been live for right around an hour. And so I will give you guys a couple minutes if there's... It buffered so hard it signed me out. Like I said, it's really been strange. I will say that YouTube has been very touchy about the events of Monday. My understanding is that evidently they released a notice last week that they would take down any live streams of coming from Richmond and issue channel strikes, and I personally think that's absolute garbage. But once again, it's their sandbox. I'm gonna keep using YouTube as long as I'm not deplatformed. But absolutely, there's a lot to like about the other platforms. Those of you who end up watching this on Gunstreamer, I appreciate you guys. On BitChute eventually, a couple of my videos have pulled over to BitChute, but not nearly all of them. So, yeah, 2A, it's not just you. I actually had to... I had to refresh my control center, my live stream control center, even. So, I think my internet might be getting a little flaky. I haven't looked outside if the snow's flying or something again. I am on I have to use a fixed wireless internet with where I live, kind of out in the sticks. And most of the time I really kind of like that. So, yeah. Anyway, see, Mateo's saying he's down. I just showed 7 users drop off, so boy. Guys, I think that we're just going to wrap it for the night. Thanks so much for joining. Yeah, I've got all sorts of people saying we're down. So thanks for joining. Thanks for putting up with the connectivity issues, whether they were at my end or YouTube's end. Thank you for interacting back and forth, because, you know, it's one thing for me to... it's one thing for me to sit and just talk to a camera when I'm doing product reviews or whatever, but a live stream just doesn't work well without you guys' interaction. So thanks so much. Brownies, I'm glad that your stream was fine. Everybody else was peppered with issues. Looks like you guys all thumbs up the video. Thanks so much for that. And make sure you're sharing. If you guys have product review requests, feel free to reach out to me. You can hit me on Instagram or Facebook, and I will do what I can. Or you can send me, I've got a channel email listed in the About page here on YouTube. So if you're watching on Gunstreamer or BitChute, I think I have my channel email on those platforms. I try to keep those up to date. I'm not always super successful with that. And unfortunately, once again, YouTube has the widest reach. It's just, that's the world we live in. Until they deplatform, I think every content creator, firearms content creator agrees. As long as we're not deplatformed, we will keep using YouTube, because they've got, when it works, when they're not screwing with us, they've got great controls and great features. So anyway, So you guys have liked, make sure you're sharing. I know a lot of you guys are. Speaking of sharing, I'm hoping that I will see all of you guys. Wait, let's use Brandon Herrera's, all you sexy YouTube mother lovers. I'm hoping I'm going to see all you guys in 2A EDU stream, excuse me, on Friday. And back now. Yeah. So anyway, thanks guys. Until next time, shoot straight, stay safe, and keep your powder dry.